coloreds and white come together, they're like, no, we are South Africans, which means you don't associate with Zimbabweans. What do you call that? Colonialism. So now, if Zimbabweans and South Africans get along together, we're like, oh, we are from the SADC, or rather, historically so, we're from Monomotapa, because that's what the the South Hemisphere countries are. Yes, give me that smile, I love it. Do you get what I'm saying?
Monomotapa.
Yeah. No,
I mean, you must not lose my views. I'm going to lose
I'm
views
showing.
I'm like, come on.
I'm inclining to the standard. So those people from the southern hemisphere, when they come together, they seem to hate the ones up in Africa. So what do we call that scheme of people? That becomes imperialism. The southern people hate the upper people, but when they get together, they become Africans. Africans hate Europeans. Why? Do you get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So my mom says, look at it in the scale of God, how God sees it. He made human beings. Never consider Europe, Africa, and all that as means of division, but as means of human nature and human race. So accommodate everybody and discard everything that does not involve love. So now, if I don't like your child, what's my problem? It's a family issue. So let's fix that family issues.
Which are hard to fix.
But then it's doable because we are human beings at the end of the day. If I've got what it takes to love you, why can I not love the next person? Because love is what flows from the heart without any effort. And it doesn't have to be taught, but it has to be sustained. Hate can be taught because it's hard.
I also have, how was your relationship with her in a way that where you guys sitting down and having a talk, how did she discipline you? Because that's also one of the reasons why people are struggling with step parents, is the discipline part of it.
The disciplinary action. She never did much because when I was a kid, she opened up her heart. I could tap into her heart and feel that this person is genuine with me. So because she's genuine, I had to reciprocate. I couldn't be otherwise. But had she been funny, I think I would have also developed some hatred or whatever, some sensitivity, if I may say. But she was so open and pure, and I had to reciprocate. So if a person of that nature would show love in an extended manner, what was I to do except to take her teachings? I was more closer to her than my dad. That's the funny thing.
And you were more closer to her than your biological mother?
Than anybody else.
Guys, some parents.
Do you get what I'm saying? So now, she didn't have to discipline so much. All she had to do is to implement the principles of existence. Do you understand? So when I speak, I actually echo her sentiments. And the factors of other people as well. But in essence, I'm saying, if you look at me, do you see somebody who's been raised by a stepmom?
No.
You won't say that. So she stepped in as a mother in a good way. Do you understand what I'm saying?
So now the problem is, okay, when we see people are raised by stepmothers, so the problem is how the parents got in and played the role that later portrays the kids as a reflection of what they've watered in you.
Yeah, that's right. You're right. Absolutely correct. That's why when somebody says my stepmom is evil, and I would understand the angle from which they come from. But the question would be, what are you as a human being? Did you study that? Because one thing that you own is your thoughts. Other than that, you don't own anything. This podcast, do you think you own it? Do you think you own this blouse? You don't own anything. You don't even own your own breath. So if you own your thoughts, take charge. Think through it, because without thinking, that's where you become very detrimental. So you can never conclude by saying your step parent is bad based on the fact on how she might have reacted. But step back, think through it, and ask yourself, what happened to this person? What is it that made this person to behave this way? Now that makes you a different person altogether. But if you don't think through it, then you become the victim of the environment. So now, this is what I was taught. You have the platform to think. Use your mind. Think right. If you can't think right, everything's going to go wrong. Do you get what I'm saying? So if there's any parent who ill-treats the kids, the kid must be at a point where thinking takes place. You start questioning. Not in a biased manner, but you want to know human existence. And by so doing, this gives you a platform for you to be a vessel of forgiveness. You want to forgive quickly because you understood that what she did, or however the parent has behaved was not them, but was something else that might have been a conduct or that propelled them to behave however they are behaving. Do you get what I'm saying? So in my case, I have this good person, wonderful. At the same time, I had to think through it, like, why would you behave like that? Why would you sustain such? But I realized that what is humanness and what is humanity, then that's how I was able to view it in a very proper scale of existence.
Do you have a relationship with your mother right now ever since you found her?
You mean my
Your
biological mom?
biological
Yeah, we
mom.
talk now and then.
But is it that deep as the...
It can't be as deep as my stepmom's, because it's just a recent thing. But we do talk on an adult scale. You understand? She sits me down and we talk, and she wants to know what happened in this way and that way. How did she want to know how did she raise me? So I don't think she hates her when she looks at me, because what she sees is something that her kids don't have. That's funny, isn't it? So would you hate that parent, or
I'd love them for playing that outstanding role, actually.
you get? So she can't hate her based on whatever has happened in terms of love relationship in that trio, that triangle, them and my dad. So if she were to hate her, it will be purely based on her emotional conduct, but based on the product she has produced, she would never hate it on that level. Because I told her, I looked straight into my mom, my stepmom. She would give me a power gaze and ask me, "What do you want in life?" So now that gave me power to look at everybody in the eyes, look at you straight in the eyes. Obama stands, I'm gonna look him straight in the eyes and say, "Yo, that's right, it's right. If it's wrong, it's wrong." So with my biological mom, I sat her down. I was like, "Do you hate her?" Point blank, because that one taught me to be point blank. She asked me, "Do you hate her?" And then she said whatever emotional affection she had to pour, she poured out. So I was like, "You don't hate her. It's just life. You just don't hate the person. You just hate what has happened in life. So if you hate her, you hate me. And if you hate me, I've got what it takes to just stand up and go. Because I can't hate you. I want to sustain what she has taught. So if I can't sustain what she has taught, that means you've got a problem. So fix yourself. This is life." Point blank, isn't it?
Hey, the stepmother is under pressure after this.
They must know that life is good. No matter what, life is good.
Yay, guys. What's okay, guys? Hi, we're just going to wrap it up.
Just
this
like
is
that.
just the end of our conversation. I'm really sure that you have enjoyed it as much as I have. What do you want to say to step parents?
Okay, in 5 seconds. Make sure you love everybody.
Yeah, I heard it. Make sure you love everybody. I'm just going to say that, make sure that you do love and you give out the same love that you'd want to receive, the same respect that you'd want to receive. Because I believe that there's quite a lot of parents who use this power of, this is me, I'm the adult, and less of respect. So I feel like if we start respecting even the children and they start respecting the stepchildren that we have, they're going to reciprocate the same thing that we are giving them. But if we're not giving them respect, they're not going to be able to take it back. So love them, respect them, protect them. You know what I mean? And I mean, I think this is actually dedicated to our step parents. It's dedicated to my short-lived stepfather, and of course to your stepmother, who played such a remarkable role in your life. You know what I mean? Who has taught you, shaped you to be the man that you are, loved you regardless of you not being the biological child. And we want more of the mothers like her. We want more of men like my stepfather. You know what I mean? As for as much as, even if you are imperfect, but to be able to love and to step into a child's life and to make an impact. That's
And I don't mind to be a stepdad too.
Yeah, you should, bro. And you must play the same role.
I don't
love
mind
them,
at all. Yeah.
Nah, man, you there's no way that you can mind. There's no way that you can mind. I think with me, I'm just gonna. if I am to be a stepmother, I definitely would want to be like your stepmother.
You
like,
see, I've
step
got a
into
proper
it.
stepmom.
Yeah, no, your stepmother stepped up the game. Listen, all right. You know what to do. Please kindly do like, subscribe. I'm Renee Malay on Instagram. I'm Renee Malay on Facebook. And I'm also Renee Malay on Twitter.
Instagram. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but I'm
Sorry
not
for
that active on Twitter.
I know.
And you, what are you on social media?
Amen Maeko on all platforms.
All right.
Yeah, and I'm
Amen.
active on all of them.
I like it when you say everybody. Since you were growing up, you always had to explain your name. But anyway, it's another topic, guys.
But now I know.
It is for the day.
I didn't explain, but I know.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. We hope you have enjoyed this episode and that it has impacted you.
Yep.
And that if you are dating somebody that has a child, that you do make an impact in their lives. Let it not be about you, but let it also be about saving and as well, you know what, and changing people's life and giving out what their parents could not give. You know what I mean? And not hating. Don't put the kids in between the relationship that you have with the mother and the, you know what, the child has really done nothing and you can't really fight them, you know, for whatever that happened.
That's right.
So love people, love everybody
Thank
as
you.
the Lord commands us to.
Yes.
So peace out, guys.
Thank you then. Bye-bye.